Today, I got laid off.
Guess who just got laid off?
Well, it finally happened. I just got let go.
How you doing there, ladies and gentlemen? I am back. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but I've been away for a while, just kind of scouring the world and seeing what's out there. But I'm back on my grind now. It was good to have a little bit of a break because, as you know, the prior videos that I uploaded was just nothing but drama, especially when it came to the job market. Well, let the drama continue because in 2026, we're seeing even more mass layoffs from companies. We see some companies doing mass layoffs, and we see some companies laying off little by little at a time in phases. Well, in today's video, the drama will continue, and I want you to hear from these people and just kind of hear the emotion in their voices as they explain how much their lives have changed since their layoffs. Go ahead and roll the clip.
I got laid off yesterday after 9 years with the same company. No, hardly any sick days, no vacation days. I never took a single vacation in the 9 years that I worked for them. No more than a few days off, a long weekend here and there. No real warning, not so much as a handshake. Just a phone call. Hey, your services are no longer needed. So I worked for a semi-large contractor here locally and have for years. I've done all sorts of work, everything that they've ever asked me to do, every little crappy job, every big job, every hour of overtime, every single thing. And, the day before it happened, actually, I went to a meeting at our shop and, they were going on about how there's so many people that are sitting at home, not working right now, but you guys are here because you're professionals, and you guys are here because you're the best of the best, and you're like a family to us. And, for a split second there, I actually bought it. I actually thought, this is a great company. I'm gonna be around here a long time. I'll probably retire out of this company. And that's how they get you. They want you to feel like that, so you increase your output. You get motivated, and you do more and more and more, and so you can feel important. And then when it benefits them and it helps their bottom line, they call you up, say, hey, you're done.
Well, it finally happened. I just got let go. I'm Daniel, and I'm a product manager that spent the last decade building tech products. And I was part of a recent layoff that forced me to take a really hard look at where things are headed, especially with everything that's happening in AI right now. And honestly, my millennial ass felt behind. I realized I'd been using AI the same way I was using Google, which is really typing in some questions I had and hoping for some answers. But then I read this viral article called Something Big is Happening by Matt Schumer, and it's got over 84 million views right now. It made me realize that I really need to start learning more about AI. Now, here's the problem with AI content right now. It's either made for engineers, which is full of technical jargon that means nothing to everyday people, or it's just pure hype. AI is going to change everything, with zero explanation of what that actually means for your job or for your life. There are only a few people translating this clearly, and that's a problem because this isn't something that you and I can afford to ignore any longer. So that's why I created this page. I'm not an AI researcher, I'm not your tech bro, I'm just someone who got let go, I felt behind, and I started going deep. So I'm gonna start teaching everything I learned here in plain English. Follow along so you don't miss it. The stuff is moving fast, but so are we.
Hi, Internet. This is my first social media video. Hey. I hope I'm emotionally ready for what's going to happen here, the commentary and the feedback. So we'll see. Bring it on. I am blowing up my life a little bit, and I'm told that you, the Internet, enjoy stories of people who are blowing up their lives. So here's mine. I was a creative director at a tech company in San Francisco for the past 12 years, and about a month ago I got laid off. And instead of doing the normal thing that you might do when you were laid off, I'm not sure what normal is anymore in this world, but I suppose that's going to LinkedIn and reaching out to recruiters and talking to contacts and signing up for job alerts. And I just didn't have it in me to do that again. So I'm moving to France. I'm moving back to France. I lived in France before. And I'm going to a 3-month boulangerie program at Cordon Bleu. And then I'm starting a food tour that's focused on the wonderful world of butter, French butter, because we're going to be in Paris. So we'll be tasting all kinds of delicious things and walking around gorgeous neighborhoods. And I'm really excited about it. My business is called La Vie en Beurre. Beurre means butter in French. So what's better than a life in butter? So if that sounds fun, sign up. I've been doing this for like 10 years with friends. Croissant crawls is what I called them. And we have had a blast walking all over Paris, tasting all kinds of delicious things. Sometimes we rode bikes. It's going to be fun. So I hope you join me. Please leave a comment, follow along if you want, and I'll talk to you soon. A biento.
Spend my first day with me as an unemployed person who also does content full-time. Yeah, you heard that right. I got laid off from my job yesterday, and it does suck. I'm not going to lie to you, but the world doesn't stop just because I got laid off. I still have bills to pay. I still have things to do. We are going to spend the day together so that I can be held accountable, and I don't want to do this alone. Ugh, what is happening? Getting lunch with my coworkers one last time is about to make me so emotional. Why is this so hard? Corporate America sucks. And after this, we have to do the most awkward thing, which is take my stuff back up to the office. It's gonna be a good day. Oh my God, the wind. I've officially left my job for the last time. I'm officially unemployed. And I'm currently getting gas because my car was on E. Fuck. Now, in order to cheer myself up, because it is just the first day of being unemployed, I don't have to have it all figured out yet. I have to keep reminding myself of that. It is okay to just be okay or not okay right now. I am going to my best friend's house to see her updated renovations on it. She's gonna cheer me up. Her dogs are gonna cheer me up.
I'm sorry, my dogs are pick-me's. I'm really excited for.
My God. Real. We have gotten comfy. I am in sweatpants now. I have a raging headache, but here's the thing. I realized on my way home today, I didn't read anything yesterday. That is not like me. The last thing that I want right now is to allow myself to get into a book slump and not read at all. I was going to read Fallen City by Adrienne Young next, but here's the thing. I don't think I have the brain capacity for fantasy right now. I'm not really in the mood for thrillers. I want something emotional. I want something angsty. So I'm gonna start Maestro. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I am a control freak, and this is making me feel very out of control. We're gonna read now. I honestly think that that is all I have in me for the rest of the day. I'm going to be sat on this couch and reading. The plan is to throw myself completely into content. I need you guys to help hold me accountable, at least until I can find another job. I've said it multiple times. This really does suck. There's no sugarcoating it, but this is just how it is. This is what's happening in my life right now. In a few months, it'll all be a memory. We've got this.
At the start of this year, I got laid off from my 6-figure tech job at an AI startup. After getting over the initial shock, I decided to take a month to chill, travel, and connect with what really matters. Now I'm trying to figure out my next steps. A huge question I'm trying to answer is, should I go back to the 9-to-5 for consistent, stable income, or take this as a sign to finally bet on myself, because maybe the universe is telling me something. I don't know what's next yet, but I'm documenting the journey. If you're wondering how this plays out for me or want to support the journey, follow along.
Today, I got laid off. It could be a sign to do something that I've been putting off for a long time. But first, I'm gonna have a good sleep and have a good food to celebrate my new chapter. Yeah.
Guess who just got laid off? Sporting this puffy red, half crying, half okay, half not okay look. I just got back from my little mental health walk just to find out that most of my team, like my entire team basically, has been eliminated. So if you've been following, can't even talk. If you've been following along on this page, I'm excited to see where this goes, because this could be a great opportunity for me to really just take content full time. So we'll see. This could be kind of crazy, kind of chaotic. You guys are seeing me literally like moments. I haven't even called my family yet. Like, this is how fresh this is. But stay tuned, because I've been laid off before. I bounced back better than ever, and I will bounce back just as strong, if not stronger this time. So if you've been laid off, have any tips, drop them in the comments below. And also, if you're a full-time content creator, would you recommend? This is day 0, and follow along to see where I go from here.
Take 1 second and think back to your parents' or grandparents' generation, depending on how old you are. And I want you to think back to a time where in America, you were told that if you work hard, you're going to get ahead. And if you stay loyal to your company, you're going to get nothing but the best benefits out of the company. Well, a lot of that may have been true probably, 40, 50, 60 years ago, but as of now, it's definitely not true. And one thing I want to point out, a lot of these people in this video were very loyal to their companies. You heard the first guy, he said he hadn't taken any vacation days in 9 years. I mean, just think about that for 1 second. 9 whole years, this guy didn't take any vacations. Like, to me, that's just baffling that you would even not think of just taking some time off. He said, well, yeah, I took a couple of days here and there. And I mean, guys, these companies are not your friend. These like management teams are not there to care about your children's, school plays or, doctor visits. They don't care about that. Or let me just say it this way, maybe they superficially care about it, but really at the end of the day, running a business is all about making money. It's all about the numbers, guys. And when are you guys going to wake up and understand that it doesn't matter how much of a kiss ass you are at your company, and it also doesn't matter how much time and effort you put into your job if you're a loyal worker. At the end of the day, when those investors come into the boardroom or the board of directors or whoever, and they say, let me see your company's balance sheets, let me see your income statements, who are your biggest expenses? Who are they? They're not really asking what. Nowadays, they're asking who, because they know that cutting expenses is as easy as laying off headcount. They know it. That's why they do it. That's why tens of thousands, heck, at this point, hundreds of thousands of Americans right now, and let me not just say Americans, it's actually happening globally. You've heard it happening to Mercedes-Benz in Germany. You've heard it happening in Japan with many of the Japanese tech companies. Guys, this is no joke what we're experiencing. This is unprecedented. We have never seen anything like this before in our recent times, probably ever. So what do you do to weather this storm? What do you do to get yourself ahead? I'm not going to be a guy who's going to tell you, hey, go out there, get more certifications, ramp up your skill set. Let me just say it this way. This is a day and time where we have two options. We can either try to find ways to be innovative with our time to earn income. That could be through YouTube. That can be through starting a SaaS company. SaaS stands for software as a service for my non-techies out there. It could be anything. Or you live an agrarian lifestyle and you just enjoy your life and you live off of the soil, live off of Mother Nature, live off of the earth. To pay the bills, you'll just have to find a side hustle somewhere, maybe something in your local town, maybe doing some blue collar work, some plumbing, learning that skill trade, cooking for people, catering, things like that. We are slowly reversing back to the times prior to the last industrial revolution. I mentioned this before in prior videos. We're starting to see society pretty much roll back the hands of time. And it's ironic that AI is doing that for us right now, or at least AI is part of the issue. I don't want to fully blame AI because I am a tech guy and I also understand that tech companies often evolve, and as they introduce new technologies, it doesn't only harm humans, it helps humans as well. So I don't want to put full blame on just, oh, it's just AI. Because at the end of the day, these companies are laying off heads and they're saying AI is doing it. But let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not just AI. The reason why they're doing it is because they know that the market right now is difficult because of everything that's going on. You have the wars going on in the Middle East that impacts oil prices, also impacts the stock market, directly. You also have just American businesses right now being outbid, and pretty much, the playing field out there is not as favorable for American businesses right now because you have a lot of Chinese businesses and businesses from other countries that are competing against American companies and winning in some categories. And then of course on top of that, we no longer manufacture our own goods. Heck, even Germany, I'll speak of Germany because, again, as I mentioned in my prior videos, I have a lot of experience with living in Germany and understanding the mindset of the people, the government, and the companies. Germany once upon a time was regarded and heralded as one of the best manufacturing and product, makers in the world, especially when it came to automotive and when it came to anything dealing with engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, you name it. Germany was often in the top 5. Right now, don't think that it's just America. Germany is going through a degradation of society right now when it comes to immigration. They're going through an economic crisis right now because a lot of people lost jobs similar to America. But on top of that, unlike America, there really is no investor interest pouring into the country as of now. So what you're seeing is that people are not only losing jobs, they can't make ends meet. So then what happens? At least Germany has a safety net. They say, okay, if you can't find a job, we're going to pay for a certain percentage of your income, similar to unemployment insurance. We're going to put you through job training in some categories, or we're going to try to find you a job. So this happens automatically, right? They try not to let people fall too flat on their faces. And I don't understand, or I don't know at this moment how long this will be sustained, this system, because it's been around for ages, but it seems like it may be crumbling right now because the government's spending a lot of money, and that's the reason why they take a lot of taxes. Let's keep it real. But they're spending a lot of money to try to keep things afloat. Now, let's go back across the seas here in America for a second. What we're seeing is also a degradation of society, but I think that the pain is even harder felt because we don't have the same social protections as they do in Germany. So that's the reason why we're seeing these issues, guys. And I want you guys to understand right now is the time to pivot. We've got wars happening in the world. We've got the mass layoffs happening where people are uncertain of the next time they'll be able to land a job position. It's just ridiculous. So, not everyone could be a YouTuber, because whenever you listen to these sort of videos, the very first thing you hear a person say is, I'm just going to become a social media person, just like you saw the young lady who said, hey, this is my first social media upload or whatever. It could be that she'll become a big YouTuber or a big TikToker one day. Who knows? But at the end of the day, not everyone is cut out to be a TikToker or YouTuber. That includes myself. This is a fairly new channel, and I don't know what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm doing to keep myself afloat. And I do have a position. I have a job right now, in tech. Thankfully, I haven't lost it yet. I may be coming back to you with a video soon, maybe jinxing myself right now. But, guys, keep your heads up during these tough economic times. Constantly be looking for new ways to produce income. You can get certifications. You can do all the stuff that the gurus or the experts tell you to do. But I think right now, it will be more beneficial for all of us to take a step back and self-reflect on what's going on and how do we mentally, economically, financially adjust to the current times right now. Guys, make sure you go ahead and like this video. If you like this content, give me a shout out if you love this content, because I'm back. I'm going to make some more about different topics, good and bad. YouTube believes that you'll like this video right here. Go ahead and give that a click, and I'll see you on the next one.